Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Megan Winkler. And this week, we are talking about being consistent in your marketing, even when you're feeling scattered. So I don't know about you, but January felt like it was 582 days long. And that's okay, right? Like, that's just how it goes. If you're like me, you love celebrating like Halloween or Samhain. And through, Thanksgiving and a lot of family stuff, all of the winter holidays. And then you hit January and it's like, dang it. Now what? So on top of that, this January has been a shitstorm. So we've made it. It is February. February has yummy Aquarius and Pisces vibes. So you're going to be feeling a little bit like a social justice warrior this first half of the month, and that's okay. That is actually really good, in my opinion. And you're going to have that Aquarian energy going. Aquarian energy is all about innovation and technology and intelligent conversations. And then your Pisces energy is going to be more emotional, flowing, fluid, sensitive, intuitive vibes. So you're going to start the month off probably a little more extroverted and then end it a little more introverted. I love it. So in those times that you're feeling scattered or you're feeling too sensitive or you just really are hating social media, for example, it can be really challenging, really challenging to keep your marketing consistent, right? And as a creative or a spiritual business owner, you thrive on serving your clients, right? So like you pour your heart into your clients, your products, your unique vision. You don't tend to pour your energy into your marketing. And I completely understand it. I am much the same way. So there's a couple of things that you can do, however. And remember that even if they are not paying to be in your community, the people who are on your email list are the next group that should receive a lot of attention and nurturing and caring, because that's where your sales are going to be made, right? And anybody that's following you on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, whatever it is, like they want to be in your circle. They want to hear from you. So remember that while they may not be paying clients or customers, they are getting something out of being in your circle. So you are still serving people. And as a heart-centered business owner, I know that's a big deal. So one of the things that you can do to find your flow with your marketing is to first understand what your rhythm is. Your rhythm isn't wrong, it's yours. It may look different from other people's. If you are super creative and you tend to respond to things in the environment, your energy is likely to ebb and flow. There's nothing wrong with that. And I want to remind you that we are not machines. We are not here to just produce until we fall over, right? So sometimes it feels overwhelming to get onto social media or to send a newsletter, and that's all right. So understanding and honoring these fluctuations in your energy is absolutely key. So what you should be doing, in my opinion, instead of forcing yourself into a rigid marketing schedule that like doesn't fit, it feels gross, start by noticing when you feel most energized and when you need to pull back. So when you notice you're feeling really energized for those conversations, for that connection point of maybe social media or your email, lean into that. Take advantage of that. And understand that you might not feel that way in 2 days, and that's okay. Consistency is not the same thing as always doing something. And I know that we think that way, but consistency is about showing up regularly and reliably. And that also includes in your message and in your branding. Right? So even if you just post maybe once a week and it's on a different day each week, Having that consistent message and that consistent branding is a form of consistency, right? And just because somebody else is doing it one way does not mean you have to do it that way, right? So set those realistic goals, make sure they align with your unique rhythm. And again, take advantage of those days when you're just really feeling it and batch a bunch of stuff so that when you're not feeling it, you can just like hit schedule and send it off into the world. That kind of leans into my next tip, that if you are able to batch your content, do so. I love sitting around and playing on Canva on my iPad while we watch whatever the current episode of a show is. Sorry, I just had like a complete brain failure. Anyway, so I would love to sit there and watch, like Chicago Fire or Med and play on Canva. So then when I am done playing, I actually have a whole batch of images or reels or, carousels that I can then turn around and post when I'm ready. Automation tools are also an amazing, amazing thing. And I really suggest you look into Metricool. It's MERTI, Metricool, Cool. So it's like metrics. And what you can do there is you can actually create lists that will just like run for you. So you always have a consistent presence without you having to put in the work consistently all the time. And then finally, I want you to embrace the imperfection and the authenticity and just being you. Imperfect words, typos, raw video footage, whatever it is. Your audience is going to connect with who you are and your authenticity. They're not going to connect when it's all perfect because it feels unattainable. Like even if we have a super beautiful curated Instagram or Facebook account, if it is too perfect, like that doesn't feel real, because even the most perfect accounts have somebody behind them that's imperfect, because we're all human, right? So take a deep breath. It's okay. You got this. And lastly, you should not be doing this alone. Surround yourself with support and accountability, whether that's online, an accountability partner in real life, whatever it is. Find someone or some community to support you in your adventure as the marketer for your business, because as a business owner, we have to do all the things all the time, right? So if you have that support, that sounding board, it can make things all that much easier. Thanks so much again for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out with me, and be sure to follow along on YouTube. Sorry, I keep saying Instagram. On YouTube as well, because I post these videos each week, and I am building my YouTube channel up as well this year. So I cannot wait to interface with you on any of the social media platforms I'm on. Feel free to reach out to me at hello@meganwinkler.com. If you have any comments, if you want to collab, let me know as well. And until next time, my friends, stay magical.